We're going to talk about why autism families tend to break up. Usually only 65% of autism families have two parents. Why is that? That's because, I'm going to try to do this in one part, not two. I will say first, I am not a therapist. I am not a counselor. If you need one, please reach out and get one because that's important for you and your kids. That happens because when you have a kid with autism, a lot of times your life expectations of what you expected your marriage and your, life with your child to be do change. There's added therapies, there's added stressors, there's added behavioral situations. A lot of times there's uneven child care, and one will work and one will be home with the child, and that's going to cause a rift, is going to cause a little bit of tension in the family. Sometimes there's not enough respite. There's not enough respite for either parent to get away and feel like an adult, just do adult things, go have a cup of coffee with a friend or something. When you don't have respite, you will burn out. When you burn out, you're no use to your child. So if you can try to get respite, that's good. You have a lack of alone time with your significant other, which seriously will tear your marriage apart. I will say straight out that I am divorced, and a lot of it was that we didn't have respite. We didn't have alone time to just be a couple, to be a strong couple. It really depends on the strength of your marriage before you have the autistic child also. You have extra doctors, extra therapies, things like that. That takes on a life of its own. I mean, that really takes over a lot of your time, becomes a lot of your life. It becomes kind of like a second job. A lot of times there's frustrations and arguments about, sharing the jobs, sharing, the child caring duties. One parent may understand a little bit better than the other parent because they're the ones that spend the majority of the time in therapy. So it's important, if you can, to be involved in therapy because it's going to help you to understand how to handle the situation a lot better. So what do we do? How do we keep this from happening? How do we, keep the love alive, keep the family together? Sometimes it's not in the child's best interest. If you're going to be fighting and screaming at each other, that's going to stress your kid out even worse. So that's not in your child's best interest. But if it's in your child's best interest to try and keep the family together, you want to make a plan of spending an hour at least with your spouse every week that is just the two of you, that you don't talk about the child, but don't talk about autism, don't talk about the problems. It has to be a time where you two can bond, basically. And you need to encourage each other to get out alone or with a friend to have coffee, to do grown-up things that don't have to do with, autism, because that's what's going to keep you from burning out. You don't need to burn out. If you burn out, you're no use to your child, pretty much. So you need to encourage each other to do that, and encourage each other not to feel guilty for going out to do that. A lot of times moms will feel guilty because, we're moms, that's what we do. You need to develop firm rules in your family. What's okay, what's not okay, what's going to happen, what if something goes wrong or there has to be discipline, what the order of operations is, so that there's never any question. It's going to keep you from having arguments because you're going to be on the same page. You're going to know what steps to follow, especially the dads watching the kids that, are out working most of the time, and then the moms get mad because they don't do things the way that they would do them. It's going to carve out a lot of those arguments. Also, somebody told me this very early on in my child's diagnosis. Somebody told me this very early on in diagnosis, and I didn't like who it came from, so I didn't take the advice, but I actually can appreciate the advice now. Just enjoy your child. Your child is the same child that he or she was before the diagnosis. Take time and laugh and enjoy your kid just being a kid. I mean, there's going to be times you're tired, there's going to be times that are hard and crazy, but appreciate the funny. Appreciate the, little moments that are happy, because that's what keeps you going. pretty much, in the hard times. So, I feel like this has been a bummer. I don't feel like it's a bummer, though, because it's a bummer when you realize things, hindsight. But if you can offer that information to someone else to help someone else keep their family together, because I know sometimes it does happen. Was it, what we needed to do? No, because our situation's way better now, and it's better for my daughter, and we get along well and everything. But there are situations where people are on the fence, and they really don't know whether it's better to stay or whether to go, or what to do for their family. I do think that if you are on the fence, you should see a family counselor, because maybe they can walk you through it, that you make a good decision. It's really hard to raise an autism child by yourself. It's really hard to raise an autism child with two parents. So I guess I just offer you the options. I feel like maybe this was kind of a little bit of a bummer, sorry, but hindsight, there's a light at the end of the tunnel sometimes. So don't be afraid to ask for help. So that's all I got. Sorry, this was like really vloggy today. The next one will probably be more fitness motivation, because you know that I want you people to get moving, keep moving, stay healthy for your kids, please. Take care of yourself. Make sure you eat. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure you get your exercise. Make sure you're taking that hour of time for you, to do you, or to spend time with your spouse, so that you have a strong relationship. All right, that's all I have for you today. If anybody's interested in the leggings links are on my other videos. I also am a personal trainer. If you are interested in that, you can find me over on Instagram at HappilyMotivatedMe. And that's about it. Come visit me on Instagram. I go live a lot. I go live on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm on Facebook also. But I'm a lot more active on Instagram because just like Instagram better. I think it's a lot more positive environment. I think you can learn a lot of information. I don't know. I like art. I like pictures. I'm a very visual person. I feel like Instagram's a lot less whining, basically. I don't think that autism parents need to listen to people whine. I think they need to be uplifted. I think they need to be encouraged. I think they need to be, they need to laugh, basically, because laughing makes everything better, in my opinion. Okay. Thank you for watching. If you hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. And you can hit notifications so you can see when I'm going to do videos. I don't know how many videos I'm going to be doing. It really depends how busy I am. This week kind of got away from me. But I will be going live at least twice on YouTube. And I go live all the time on Facebook and Instagram. So check it out. The content's a little bit different over there. And that's about all I've got for you. Have a good one.